welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today I'm going to be doing a book review on the series that I picked up recently. I started reading this book after I found one of them in my Goodreads list, which was Scandalous. And Scandalous is the last book in the series, the Sinner of Saints series. And I really enjoyed this book, and I said I'm going to start over from the beginning. But little did I know that this is not really a standalone, although the author said it is. It's really sequels, because there are spoilers in them. So if you read one out of order, then you know it takes away from some of the ending of some of the books, which I did in Scandalous. So I knew who was together, who wasn't. Anyway, so the first one in the book is called Defy, and I'm happy I did not pick this up first, because this is an inappropriate relationship, and it took me a while to warm up to the characters and to really start getting into the book, because it was just I couldn't get past the relationship that they had. I'm not gonna say what it is, but just know that it's not for everybody. That's all I'm gonna say. However, in the story, you know, you have Jamie, and he's the more mature one out of the group. He's the one that pretty much had his, you know, was level-headed and not as arrogant and mean as the rest of the guys. And, you know, he fell for a woman that was, you know, really out of his league, but it happened. And, you know, the story is all I could say is that it stood the test of time, and the years showed that they were meant to be. And I got over it, barely. And then the next one is called Vicious, and Vicious is vicious. He is the character that I didn't like. I just didn't like him. He is mean, he is arrogant, he is so aggressive and possessive, and he's that guy that if you had friends, you'd like to stay away from him. And in this book, he couldn't get the girl he wanted in high school, so he made her life a living hell. He bullied her, harassed her, until he eventually got her out of town by threatening her. And 10 years later, he found her in a restaurant, and you know, life wasn't that great for her. She did go to college, however, she was struggling financially, and he, of course, is a multimillionaire, and he needed her for something else, but he decided, you know, I'm gonna help you, but with a catch. And eventually she exposed them. She, you know, got to the root of why Vicious was vicious, and you know, there was romance there, and you know, I'm like, yes, how sweet. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I really love this kind of story because it's entertaining. It's nice to read that a character who isn't the most nicest person in the world, but you still enjoy reading it. And that's how I felt about Vicious. The next one is called Ruckus, and Ruckus is that I liked Ruckus. Ruckus is the bad boy that you're not supposed to like, but you do. That's Ruckus. And he is the guy, you know, that fun ladies man, give him his weed, give him his alcohol, give him a different woman every night, and life is good for him. But underneath it, he's really a sweet guy, and he also, you know, fell for a girl that he always wanted and couldn't have because of certain circumstance. And this also stemmed back from high school, and now, you know, he's in this I think at this stage they were around 28. And you know, that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to give it away. I think this one is special. I don't want to give it away. The next one, of course, is the last one, which one I read first, which is about Trent. And Trent is the one that did not grow up with money. He is the poor one out of the group that had to work his butt off to get where he's at now. But at the same time, he was wild. He was doing what they were doing, you know, having a good time, sleeping with different women, drinking and carrying on until, oops, got somebody pregnant, and the woman decided, oh, I don't want motherhood, so I'm going to just skip town and leave him with a child who is special needs. You know, she can talk, but she refused to talk. She refused to socialize. She refused to interact with anyone, including him. And then this girl came along, and she found a way to get her to smile and to actually like communicate with her. And except for she is the daughter of one of his business partners that he doesn't like, that they don't get along. And so you can tell what's going to happen there, the forbidden fruit that he touched, and things happen, except for this one had stories. There's a lot of stories, a lot of things went on in this book, and I think that's why I read it in a day, because, and it's not that small, but I was hooked. I read this on I think it was like a Saturday, a Friday or Saturday, and I just couldn't put it down because there was so much going on in this story. It was sexy, but at the same time there was a thrilling aspect. There's a little suspense. There's a lot of secrets revealed, and it was scandalous. And it was also sweet because they dealt with disability, children with disability in this book, and I really enjoyed that they had a little touch of something besides the typical just let's have sex. So enjoy this. And I would say for the most part, this series is not your typical romance. There is not a lot of fluffiness in this book because the characters are very difficult and not the most likable characters in these books. And I love that. I love a little different twist to a romance novel. And I do highly recommend it. It is fast-paced. I mean, I read these literally in 1 week. I was like going, and I enjoy it, and I definitely can't wait for the 5th one, which is a spin-off because it's a character that showed up in Scandalous that is going to be have their own book. So I'm interested to see that storyline. It's going to be fun. And the kids in this, I think that this is a series that could go on and on because they all have multiple kids now towards the end, and there's a little thing that I feel like could go on with the kids, and I think it would be interesting to see how far she takes this story and in the future. So anyway, thanks for checking out my review, and I hope you guys enjoy your holiday and have a good day. Bye.